Ba'Shem, Yahushai, Ba'Shem, Wakakodash.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 16, and verse 18. It says, pride goes before destruction, and a haughty spirit before the fall.
Right. These prideful ass people, man, they're walking this face of the earth, man. It's not what 2/3 of people look like to those Native Americans. Those who are trying to show the truth, man. That's they don't want to get right on the nation. It's not the same nation, right? But our people are so unproud. I'm already so wrong. That's what they're following up and down the street. All right? All the shit. Reset. They want to put themselves higher than the most. Alright, so that's why, guess what? That awful spirit, pride, is going to do what you call. Okay? Reset.
This is Sirach 5 and verse. I'll start at 2. Follow not thy own mind in thy strength to walk in the ways of thy heart.
See, don't walk into the ways of thy heart, man. Don't find the strength to move how you want to move, man. Alright? Hey, you got to do things according to your how about you don't shine. And that's what you're so called to do with that in America. Alright, the rest of the universe is go stay in the damn church. Alright, it's already over. Alright, so get your day with God. Give me that one more time.
Sirach 5 and 2. Follow not thy own mind in thy strength to walk in the ways of thy heart.
Right, to walk in the ways of thy heart, to the way your mind is, right? Alright, so we got Jake that want to do what they want to do. They want to lean on it, they don't understand, right?
Proverbs 3 and 5, it says, trust in the Lord, Yahweh, with all thy heart, and lean not towards thy own understanding.
So we look up to that. Our accountability, you got to do what we're going to do. According to the scripture, right? Our to the law, statutes, and commandments. Our to the best of your ability. We have to uphold that. Now we know that doesn't guarantee us to be saved. But that shows the effort. We put effort towards it. That shows you care about your opportunity. That shows your faith when you practice the works of the Lord. But we know we're going to get it all the way right.
In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy path.
See, when you acknowledge you how about you not shine, all that you do, he going to direct your path. And the Lord ain't going to send you just to stumble. Now, he'll try you. He'll put things in your way to see how you're going to respond. Right? He puts tests in front of you. And that's always to get better. All right? He might lose you more than might lose you should. All right? He might have your boss in that work condition. All right? And that's all part of his work. All right? We got to receive like the fuel one or social temptation. All right? But see, there's a problem though. See, the rest of this world, they're in that do as thou wilt. All right? The Lord told you not eat shrimp, crab, 40 blossoms. Right? But what do people do? Well, you got to die from something, or they'll find excuse according to their own way. And then, on top of it, they double down on their riches. They hate they're like us. All right, just to live, they're like, who set you guys up? How about you? All right? But then, but then look at us, like we're the scum of the earth. And here it is, we're just giving the message, watching by y'all, about you know, shot. We're the message. Here it is in the world, you say, hey, don't shoot the messenger, but we see the messenger. Well, that's what we're doing. But you want to kill the prophets. It's like a dead road.
All right, really, they just come to the truth. It's expensive. It's right. If the truth of the scriptures cut your lifestyle, why be saying, hey, you can't do this, you can't do that? A lot of people just don't want to get it up. So they just, hey, man, I'll do what I want to do, man. All right, well, verse 7 says, be not wise in thine own eyes. It says, fear the Lord Yahweh and depart from evil.
Right? So when you're actually in the fear of Yahweh Shemashah, you people, you're going to understand and believe in what he's going to do. Especially, you're going to be in the spirit to know that he set up men across the four corners of the earth to bring you that message. All right, Yahweh hey, he's a true king. All right, the true king don't have to do this. He's got subjects to do all his business. So why can't he have the men of the Lord preach his word, mind you? Not coming out of our own belly, but his word. All right? And it says,
Sirach 5 and 3, and say not, who shall control me for my works? For the Lord will surely revenge thy pride.
See, read that again.
Sirach 5 and 3, and say not, who shall control me for my works?
Right. And don't be up there with a prideful tongue saying, see, that's why it says life and death is in the power of the tongue. If Jacob be like, who owns him? What I can't do. Why can't I eat pork? Why can't I do it? How am I supposed to say? Why do I say? Why do you got a problem with that? We'll take it up with that. But see, there's no issue of watching it go down. But see, that, this is all right, it's giving these people a license to say, and nothing going to happen. The Lord does bring judgment on these people. And look, hey, the patience of God watching us now, hey, it's scary because the Lord will let you build a fucking tab on yourself. I mean, cash out on your ass. They'll let you go years with your wickedness. And so, long substance, right? Ecclesiastes 8 medicine, but
I'm already there. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 8 and verse 11. It says, because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil.
See, it's fully set them to do evil because they think just because nothing's happening to them, they can just do whatever they want, run their mouth, and just like stupid ass fucking women too. Same thing.
Right.
All right. You think you can run and talk shit to the men of the Lord that's under your protection, that they're protecting you, right? For the time being, but you feel like people just open up and say, "What the fuck?" All right, no,
Go ahead. It says, though a sinner do evil 100 times, in his days be prolonged.
see, those days have been long because they're out here doing wickedness, running it down, doing whatever they want to report to their judge, right?
It says, in his days be prolonged. Yet surely I know that it shall be well with them that fear Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua.
It's going to be well with them. When you remember that old righteousness, old law says, that are trying to serve the Lord in their best way. All right, that effort. All right, you see the rest of the people, and they're not bringing no effort. All you have to just bring is lip service. And the scriptures tell you about what the Lord thinks about lip service.
If I may, these people, they put in the effort to fill their own belly. Just look at our people, man. They don't, they put their blood, sweat, and tears, things that they want to obtain, the worldly things that they want to obtain, whether it's, a lot of money, a certain lifestyle, but when it comes to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, our people, they want nothing to do with it.
Hey, just think about these athletes. They put themselves through vigorous training and discipline to like you said, to themselves. Like when it comes to
more than they even care, more than they look sometimes. Shoot, so our point for this is what? Striving for the truth to them and the Lord somebody will be saved. See, this is a war. They think there's no reward with this place. We're doing the work of God by shooting outside. We got a reward waiting for us. All right? We strive and we endure to the very end. See, that's the thing. They don't want to endure, right? They want the quick and easy. All right, fast, they want the fast track. All right, they want the fast path to success. Nah, man. Nothing worth comes easy, man. That's why it doesn't matter what gift you're given, no matter the dollar amount, whether it be something cheap from the Dollar Tree all the way to $1,000 item. If you just give it to you, you ain't gonna handle it with the care that you did if you spend the money on it, right? So here it is, we're building up our spiritual bank account. How about and you know, the ones that are after righteousness, that are after being delivered, that want to be removed from this wicked ass world, right? These people look down on us. That's okay.
All right, go ahead. It says, "Which fear before him, but it shall not be well with the wicked, neither shall he prolong his days."
See, ultimately, their days won't be prolonged. Because in man's time, it seems like, man, this motherfucker been doing this for 30 years. He been a drug kingpin, he been this and that. He's getting, you know, everybody messing with him, the hood's up. But that's all vain glory, man. It don't make shit. Because it ain't gonna be right. Because when it comes to the victory, when it comes to get down, the Lord is gonna make these people lives miserable. They're gonna snap it. That's just ain't nothing. You're gonna turn these people around and lose it all. And you're seeing it, man. Like that nigga Big U and blah blah blah. Something extorting them people for year after year. They work up this reputation. Now you're going to
So, you know, the church.
Lord said, not for this.
So, was your
That's for the service of the ones that are trying to get right out by service. Because these people have their constellation on this side. They're not looking to be saved.
Some more. It says, "Which are as a shadow, but because he feareth not before Yahweh shall shine."
Yeah, because people don't have fear of the Lord at all, man. People think we're saying, and then you watch when they get it right. You know? So people just think they can do it up and how they want to do it. They'll walk however I want to walk. They'll say whatever I want to say. You know? Because they don't have the fear of the Lord, because they don't have to understand of the scripture. The more you have to understand of the scripture, the more you have to fear for Yahweh shall shine. All right?
And ultimately, the more they give the Lord is faithful. These people faithful. They don't give a damn about what they sell, and they don't reap what they sell.
Right.
Yeah, that's what the scripture say in their affliction, they shall see me early. That's why they would say, the thing is, the reward is being set for the righteous, but there's also, just because of the reward, like I said, it don't mean it's good. There's a reward for the wicked. You know? If the scripture say the wages of sin is death, that means that reward, whatever it is going to eventually lead to death. Depending on how angry the Lord is. The Lord will watch you suffer. The Lord can make you suffer. Hey, you got all these long drawn out diseases. When they tell you got two years to live. Hey, you got stage 2. You got cancer at stage 2. How long I got to live, Doc? Right. 2 years. And then you gotta get 2 to 3 years watching yourself deteriorate, your eyes sink in, your health starting to zap, your hair and teeth falling out. You know, that's when you get the word to get right. Research. I gotta say it. All the time a nigga want to get right is when he's flying through the windshield of his car. That's when a nigga think about God. Lord! Splat! That's when the nigga want to get right, when he's flying through the windshield. My life flashing from my eyes. Sad, man. You hear all that wind going, you tumbling through it. Right. You know you're going to hit the ground. The ground eventually, you know you're going to hit the ground eventually, you tumbling through the wind. Scream! Right. Your whole time in the young. Yeah.
I appreciate it real quick. Just one.
Yeah, this is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 8, verse 50, and it reads, "For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride."
Many great miseries. That means the Lord is going to be dealing out judgment after judgment after judgment. You know, many great miseries. And that could be one person. Dealing with many great miseries. It could be individuals. The Lord is about to bless us. People are still coming, they'll comfort themselves. They'll comfort themselves in the ways of this world. Right?
That's the one we say hard work pays off. You know, it's the people work hard work and live in this man. That's
Pretty
what
simple.
we want for them. When you pay them, they're going to see what they're about paying.
It's Romans chapter 8 and verse 5. It says, "For they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh."
Right, because these people of the world, man, would be so stuck in the matrix, you know, of living this everyday grind, are one of the fruits of this world, instead of the fruits of the outside society. At the bottom, they said, well, there, that means what? If you love this Lord, you don't love the outside. Neither can you be a disciple of the Lord, man. Right? Just read that again one more time.
Romans chapter 5. "For they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh."
Right, they love this one. They don't want this place to go away. They're playing Trump turns it all the way around, man. All right? But we're the opposite. See, we're playing the Trump turns upside down. You know, we're open consequences. See, James is in that spirit of
Australian beef market. I just tell you, price stuff pretty cool. All right, everything's just going around us up.
and where's that 10% going to go? To the consumer? So prepare for 10% or more to be raised up in your groceries and stuff. And usually all the prices are fixed for the most part, month by month. So you might not see the development of it till the following month.
Yep.
All right, you thinking that everything's all good, I knew Trump was going to come in for it. But that's what that piece of safety that was self-destruction coming from, right? Right? You know, that caused a lot of different scenarios, right? All right, because these people are hoping and praying that this place continues, man. That they continue to do their wickedness, man. To continue to do as thou wilt, right? Bless them. But yeah, keep going, yeah.
It says for Romans chapter 8 and verse 5, "For they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh, but they that are after the spirit, the things of the spirit."
Yeah, and we have the spirit, right? And we're going to try to figure out all the laws that you know. We're not going to try to make excuses for the flesh. We're going to look at the fields of all the different dying ways. All right, working on yourself.
Precept.
All right, from the spiritual being to the health, which is what we want those things. That's all part of the truth. That's why it's even with that's why it says bodily exercise profitability. Hey, it's profitable, right? So it shows you that physical side of everything, right? You know, but ultimately, hey, you're a tool in the spirit. All right, you want to do right.
Verse 6, for to be carnally minded is death.
Right, to be carnally minded is death. Minded the things of this flesh, all right? The money, cars, clothes, and clothes, man. One that more than the Lord, that's going to equal to death, man. It's that simple. Yeah, he's a jealous God, man. All right? Put no gods before me. All right? Go ahead.
It says, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace.
See, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace, man. So when you're working in the ways of God, following that these laws, statutes, and commandments, doing what's pleases the Lord, you're not going to go wrong. They ain't going to trick you. You try to uphold righteousness. Guess what? You're going to lose every damn thing. And that's part, like I said, you will lose certain things as part of a test, right? To see where your faith is, right? But he's not going to destroy you. The Lord ain't going to put you through anything you can't handle, right? Like I said, it says in 2 Corinthians, no temptation is you know, man, you know. Oh, it's like about it.
Look at Job. He lost it all. That's the twofold. He blessed his people. So you might get, God might see you do some things, but guess what, man? At the end of it, he's going to bless you more than what you have. So what the scripture say, far more to see the way of doing. Yeah, that's it.
When you resist temptation, the blessing that you receive after the loss is far greater. It's way better. You know, when you resist temptation, when you suffer alone, the blessing that you receive after that is way more abundant. You know? That's why it's good to hold the line, man. To keep fighting, man. You know? Because you don't want to be the guy that suffered all that suffering, you know. And then when it comes, you know, then you give up, and then right before it comes time for the Lord to open up the gateway, you give up, and then now you got some more condemnation coming.
2 Corinthians 4:17, it says, for our light affliction, which is but for a moment, working for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory.
Right, see, our afflictions that we're catching, which ain't shit. Really look at this, all vanity. Anyways, the things that we're quote unquote losing in this world, man.
Right.
This shit don't mean nothing. Yeah, now, maybe you might lose your car go down. You know what I'm saying? Lord, you got other avenues and stuff. You know, brother, stand in, be charitable, right? But it's still all exercise my faith. But, you know, these are light afflictions because we're going through these things, what we going to get? It can't go down. Living forever. Everything to our heart's desire and righteousness. Right?
It says, this verse 18 said, while we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal.
Right. So how you going to exercise your faith? Right? That, matter of fact, is the Hebrews 11,
Faith is the substance of things.
yeah, we get that.
That's Hebrews 11 and 1. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, evidence of things not seen.
Right, see, that's what faith is, all right? It ain't the physical. Hey, let's say see it is believing. Well, first you're going to believe that you see. All right? Now, we're exercising our faith. All right? That's what the Lord, see, that's the difference in old times, right? See, Israel was carnal and they was doing based off of what was done. Yeah, they're not even trying to follow the process of commandments. See, they're going to have faith, man. All right, at the end of the day. They're not going to be downtrodden by the things that come against them. They're going to utilize the scriptures. That's right.
Preach that. That's what we looking for, is salvation. All right, we know all these people going to be destroyed eventually.
That's right.
All right, whether it be through death, all right, we can't see it no more, or
Who, me?
yeah.
Can't be nowhere like that.
You right, you after the sign though.
So
everything is motivated by faith. Everything is motivated by belief and unseen. All of you go to work, right? No hands don't be paid for 2 weeks later. But you keep working because you got faith that this is going to come. It just so happens that the particular faith that Yahweh gave to his elect is in his word. So you got faith in Esau. You got faith in his system that's raised up in it. But you know, the Lord says what? The faith was created faithful in the womb. Right. So it's just a certain amount of people just like they're gonna be unmovable, unshakable when it comes to his word. Because they're part of the sheep. Like Yahweh told the wicked scribes and Pharisees, he said, because my words have no place. So what I'm saying, it don't affect you. They don't stir up your spirit at all.
Exactly. And that's the main thing. So I also said what? He said, my sheep in my words, and they follow me. Alright, but you really don't have to grab you by your damn shirt, or speak up his cross, and what about this? Because there's going to be some that act like this. Like he saw right here, that his sleeper cell soldiers, right? Well, the that his sleeper cell was left. And when they hear the word, if it's true, it's sincere, they're going to be activated with the spirit. And they're going to do his will, whether they like it or not. And that's why you got examples like Jonah. Right? He told the Lord to do the work of the Lord, right? The Lord's like, nah, you're my God. And I'm going to make prophesy. Alright? That's why Proverbs 40, Proverbs 44 says, look, man's words are of the Lord, how they understand his own. Alright? So that's the thing. We got to gap there. The Lord is, we pray that he continues to keep us in this. Because this is this program. And then when we get outside of thinking that this ain't the Lord's program and it's about us, and we start doing the I, me, this, see, that's when pride is starting to see you, man. And that's when you'll downfall. That's why, hey, he said, what the meek shall inherit. Precept, right? The humble spirit. So you get this wisdom eyes and understand that, like the scripture says, it said that knowledge puffed up. So we got to be careful to take knowledge into the gift. Well, it's above all that the underdog has to offer. Right? And so wisdom is what is exclusive. I'm going to get that. First time it's studied for 60 years, you don't have to. The main philosophy of this world, it ain't no good. But what's going to count is the wisdom of this world and how much you are showing. Which is really less than the times to come. Right?
Matthew 18 and verse 1. At the same time came the disciples unto Yahushua, saying, who is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven? And Yahushua called a little child unto him and set him in the midst of them, and said, verily I say unto you, except ye be converted and become as little children, ye shall not enter into the kingdom of heaven.
See, you got to be converted. You got to know that's what it is. That's what newborn man, being born again. Truly being born again. All right, not like niggas just like, I go back to my mother's womb. That's how these formal ass niggas is. That's kind of their mindset. Because they don't do this anymore, right? Like, spiritually, like let's say Michael Jordan says, mind you, the marvel is not your best bet. Yeah, what? Not gonna damn place that you know. Remove yourself from this world spiritually. Stop doing the ways of the world. I know it's the world.
Ye shall not enter into the kingdom of heaven.
See, you shall not enter the kingdom of heaven. Right? You got to be born again. You have to erase off the madness that you learned. All right, and start over and go fresh. Yeah, that's what the Lord did with us. He had to come out like, and the Lord hit the reset button on us. All right, and we still working on ourselves. All right, but here it is. We understand that hey, we need Yahweh Shema Shah. We know we cannot do this alone. All right, we know we need the brothers. Right? Which is the body of Yahweh Shema. Right? And somebody I think Acts 3:19.
2 Corinthians 5:17. It said, therefore, any man of God is a new creature.
See, if you be Yahweh Shema, you
looking at me like, say this to me. Yeah, I like it that way.
Yeah, right. It's easier when people point you, right? Or you know,
I don't like it.
God.
I don't want to be there. I don't like it, man. Right there.
Now we do have that line of excuse, so people draw to us too at the same time. But that's what we got to use our discernment for. God gave us to not give them down. You know, we in this world, so we move a certain way. We ain't just cussing everyone from the out. You know, at the job or whatever. You know, you might be in a leadership position at the job, so work you do a certain deal with that. You know. But yeah, like the elders say, yeah, we with these people, man. We're not comfortable with these people.
I'm not comfortable, and they shouldn't be comfortable around the Lord. That's why Apostle Harris is like, you know, you need to stay away from all these people out here. He pushes that real heavy, man. That's a man of wisdom, man. Right? These people should be comfortable around the men of the Lord. No true men of the Lord, man. They're gonna feel uneasiness, and they're gonna come with respect, right? When they talk to you, man. They don't come with different like you said. They know that's not what you're about. And you ain't gotta say much.
And that's and see, you slick talk fucking niggas in these other camps, man, the House of Bread nigga, Ariana, and all these other wayward camps, when it comes to this, the apostle and others, and they're considering that, hey, remember the scriptures that man that's trafficked,
Hey, that
never
was
considered that?
Yeah, that was the spirit that he was trying to give me a parking ticket, but the Lord made this printer stop working. So he has to cancel the ticket. Don't let y'all know.
I see you drive up and have a smile. Let's see, here it is. Here where people in the world consider that as a small thing. Look at how much shot you read. Right? Even the same as the damn parking ticket. How much more when our life is on the line by all the other things?
Yep.
That's exercising.
Yes.
You already doing the work, man. Like, hey, he didn't give nobody else a ticket. Like he said, you all the work yourself. You can just go print it out, but you don't cancel it. Because the ticket is print, the Lord gave you the Lord shut down the whole ticket.
He was like, they're pressing the button.
Hey, somebody out of Yes. It says, 2 Corinthians 5:17, it said, therefore, if any man be in Hamashiach, he is a new creature. All things are passed away. Behold, all things are become new.
See, all things become new. Because you like I said, you must be made a new creature. So just like a small child, see them touching everything, they're trying to learn everything, they say, well, what's happening? Well, that's how it is. You come back and beat the chicken that you said, now you're supposed to what? See 10 times more before you remove from the how about you? So now we're like, what was this thing? Or what did I do in this situation? And then you call the brothers and get put on the line.
They don't want to be that good preacher.
Yep.
They like a new babe, like you on YouTube, like Shaka read, man. You that new babe, they still want to hold on to them old ways. All right, so they see, all right, they will be an Israelite, this and that. And then when they get down to the nitty gritty of how your lifestyle is supposed to be, that's when the problem comes in there, man. All right, oh man, this is crazy, man. Oh, they too strict, man. We ain't strict, the Lord is strict, man. This is all we reading out the scriptures, man. We're telling you what they'll say, if you don't like it, you can kick rocks. All right, go ahead, bro.
Yeah, because it says it's all about the elect. So you say something.
Now, if I may add, because in our living in this world, all we were doing was doing deeds of the flesh. All right, and if I may get, these are the works of the flesh right here. This is Galatians 5, verse. Now the works of the flesh are manifest, which are these: fornication, uncleanness, lasciviousness, idolatry, witchcraft, hatred, variance, emulations.
And that's funny Name all over. Did you have more than that?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Certain drugs target those receptors. Heroin, crack. You know, they make you ecstasy. Yeah, they make you produce those certain hormones at a high rate. Those feel good receptors. Some of them never came. Some of them came. You know.
It says idolatry, witchcraft, hatred.
Oh, it said idolatry, right? Like the other my spot going to, a lot of people choose their God based on what they can do.
Yeah.
See, that's why these people, they go into these different idols, and then those idols satisfy the lust of their flesh.
Witchcraft, hatred, variance, emulations, wrath, strife, seditions, heresies, envyings, murders, drunkenness, rebellions, and such like.
And see, and that's funny, that whole list of America upholds all that. That's what people pride themselves on, is learning all these tactics and stuff, but Esau uses that to the full. Alright, remember, we're dealing with the flesh version of Satan, spiritual being Satan. Esau even was something about right. Alright? It was indeed wicked. Right? Job 9:24 says, which earth was given into the hands of the wicked. So that's the product of having the wicked and bullshit, is that they uphold the things that the Lord hates.
Yep.
Alright?
Precept.
Yeah.
But basically, whatever feeling or whatever thought that comes to you, you act upon it. But you, no restraint. No restraint.
Self-will.
Yeah, self-will. That's right.
It says, of the which I tell you before, as I have also told you in the time past, that they which do these things shall not inherit the kingdom of Yahweh Shemel Shah.
Simple. You do these things, see how much you must have to hold up your life. He said, if you do any of these, follow these guidelines of wickedness, right, your ass ain't gonna make it. Right. Your ass is through. Your ass is grass, right?
Hey, that's good. Your ass is grass. So you should be like the eat that grass. Your ass is grass. Grass ain't got no defense against no fight.
You say when your life is as a vapor, the Lord gonna vaporize like you.
Yeah, that's what happened. What it says, should be soon put on his grass.
Oh, yeah. I think that's Jeremiah 17:5.
Oh, yeah, the curse, yeah. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 12, verse 8, just to back you up. It says, the wicked walk on every side when the vilest men are exalted.
See? And right, because the wicked, they're puffed up. Because look, we got wicked bullshit. So guess what? Wickedness is push, man.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Hey, no, I was just thinking this dude, Alazar Bologna is being exposed, but the dude that's exposing is a goddamn demon. There's a fucking infinity.
Yep.
You know? Soft boy era nigga, man. You know?
What the hell did you have me doing wrong? Why did you tell me?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, man. I love you, but you ain't got no hairline. Fucking hypocrite, nigga. If you was doing all that, what the fuck you doing? You know? Hey, they got a saying, they show you your friends and I'll show you who you are. You know?
You don't know the wicked ass bitch. You can see that she's trying to play a quote-unquote man of the God.
Yeah, this is the book of Psalms, chapter 12, verse 8. And it reads,
Wait, where is that the same song that says the word of the Lord is our pure?
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, this is verse 6. Start at verse 6. This is on the book of Psalms, chapter 12, verse 6, and it reads, the words of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai are pure words, as silver tried in the furnace of earth, purified 7 times.
Try me and test me.
Yeah, try it right. It's tested, right? This word is tested. Why? Because it actually comes to pass. It's proven. All right? This is simple. This is quote unquote as simple as the Lord said, don't be important. Right? That's good enough. This is a command of not to do, right? But then you get into it on the scientific side, like, yeah, exercise to get you feel this is that, this is the body of break this down, you know, the words of the brain and all that, it goes along with that. You're like, yeah, that makes sense. Right? And there's a reason why the Lord tells you not to do that. But here it is. Our two-thirds of our people, like I said, they do as thou wilt, we want to go back into it, right? And here it is, the Lord's prophecies are coming upon us. All right? It's pure. It don't need no remix. It don't need added or taken away. Right?
Oh, it's 2025. Who read 1611?
Shut your simple ass up. Shut your simple ass up. Oh, yeah,
Well, you know that.
I had somebody tell me that years ago.
Well, you know, that's the 1611. That is in Old English.
Nigga, what's that got to do with it, man? It's still English. It says what it says.
Hey, a nigga keep up, the modern ain't gonna change every fucking 6 months.
Right.
You can't try to talk to a motherfucker 15, you don't know what to talk.
You don't know what it says.
These motherfuckers, they keep up with all that.
Yeah, I just found out with one hand in last week. I just found out.
That's that nigga something right there.
All right, Psalm chapter 12, verse 7. It says, thou shalt keep them, O Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, thou shalt preserve them from this generation forever. Verse 8. The wicked walk on every side when the vilest men are exalted.
Like I was finding out these dudes that follow you. I mean, if the dude was going off, and that means that everything he was doing was off. Yeah, I mean, you got to go and recall the whole everything he was taught in that group.
Or 11.
You know, that's the thing, man. Like Jacob leave a dude that's announcing false doctrines and still follow the doctrines he taught. And the nigga proved the nigga wicked, but you still follow everything he said. Well, but the writing of Paul are not authoritative. Yeah, but this dude is a reprobate though. And that's why all of you, man, that's why, man, you see why the apostles say, well, don't come the fuck around us, man. I mean, when these niggas start falling off, don't come to us, man. You know? Right, coming off the board of the leg was supposed to be something. Hello, people shoot together, man. Come on, man.
When all this stuff was going down, you know what, this scripture should have came to mind. This Ecclesiastes, chapter 3, in verse 12. But be ye continually with the godly man, Sirach.
39.
It might be great, I can see that. Oh, it's good. But 39 the water, brother. But continually be with the godly man who knoweth to keep the commandments of the Lord.
You know, hey, they just saying the words, Lord, company.
Yeah.
And just like this Sirach said, that it says, the birds will resort to their life, so shall the truth return to them that practice it. That's today's terminology. Birds of the present fly. You got it, bro.
It says, who knoweth to keep the commandments of the Lord, whose mind is
So
according
he
to...
can't be a hypocrite. You got to know he's gonna be like, nah, I know he.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's all.
Yeah.
What the fuck the hell are you doing, bro? That's all through the scripture. You know? It says, according to thy mind, who will sorrow with thee if thou shalt miscarry. Alright? So you want like our brothers, bro. We get on each other's ass, man. You know? You're not just gonna let this little small team, that little small team, is past, and he became something new. He had no love for his brother, man.
One bad apple.
Yeah, he had no love. No, he had no love for his brother, man. Because if you not love for your brother, you gonna sorrow when he miscarried, bro. That's off, bro. And then the Lord not dealing with that. That's true love, man. Right? A true friend. Like, what was that? True friend is what? Through his adversity. Know his adversity. So even if he get mad at you, so the hell what? All right. You gotta be a true friend, man. All right.
Which is in the law.
Right.
Leviticus 19:17. It says, thou shalt not suffer sin to find out. It says, first, it says, thou shalt not hate thy brother. Then it says, thou shalt not suffer sin to find out. So that means both of you is better than
Secret
sin.
love.
And then it says that will terror you will miscarry. If you miscarry, first of all, you got to know when you miscarry. You got to be in the truth. You got to be in the scriptures. You got to be, rooted. So he can know if you around motherfuckers that's not like-minded, they're not going to know you and all. They're not going to know you.
Precept.
They're not gonna check you. They're not men. You know, these dudes are not men. You know, like masculine. It's a masculine trait to be able to correct your friend. Yeah. You know, it takes masculinity because a lot of people are raised up in faith, like you may be older. These worldly stickers. Or he may be older than you, so you go, yeah, you know, you're older than you. No, you know, they don't close the whole thing. You know, like, that don't mean nothing, man. You know, you still got to correct the man. You know, you may have the knowledge that he don't possess. That's why when Job was suffering, the young man said, "May I speak?" You know, because he had to come in and correct the whole matter. You know, so that don't. Job's friends had more acumen than Job. The young man, he had more foresight. You know, he had more presence of mind than they did. You know, so but the thing is, he started correcting them. You know, and then the Lord corrected them. That don't mean nothing. He was the dude that Job knew less in the room, but he told him the truth. You know.
Something like that. That's okay. This is you're talking about Job. This is Job 32 verse 9, and it reads, "Great men are not always wise, neither do the aged understand judgment."
Not all great men are wise, unless he's raised up in his faith. You know, the scriptures say wisdom belongs to them that are full of age, who have their senses exercised through reason and judgment. You know, so that being around, you get what's the word? Experience. Experience. You know.
This is book of Sirach, chapter 31, verse 9. It says, "A man that hath traveled knoweth many things, and he that hath much experience will declare wisdom. He that hath no experience knoweth little, but he that hath traveled..."
So that's what I'm saying. How y'all gonna come up against your conscience?
Bro,
Like they've been around doing it for 30 plus years, man. Boom. Ain't changed the doctrine, man. Still firmly right on what they believe. They ain't been coming against it. Right. Man, the earth, you see the Lord is about to correct a lot of y'all. Precept. All right, go ahead, brother.
it says, "He that hath no experience knoweth little, but he that hath traveled is full of prudence." It says, when I travel...
And there's some young men that have been through a lot more than these older people.
That's right, bro.
So it's really ain't about the age, it's about the experience you get.
That's right.
In life, man. Right? A lot of brothers got a lot of experience in life. Right? Right? And they have to build on up a little faster. They know exactly like pretty much what's going on in this world. Alright? Now I know a young man I'm working with, man, he's been through a lot. You can tell his confidence is his bone. Like he has mind there, man. All right, go ahead, brother. It's a lot.
No, you good, bro?
Huh?
Didn't it say like laughter is no yeah, right. So that's
This is verse 11. It says, when I traveled, I saw many things. I understood more than I could express.
Hey, that don't mean you be running close. You know, you enjoy yourself with the brother, like, man.
Yeah.
You know, don't be around your woman. So, you know, it's funny. I'm glad. That's your woman, man. Don't be out here around these fuckers, man. These goddamn demons, man. Just being one of them. You know? Don't, hey, man, like, that's the thing, man. Like, hey, people, there's certain people that play on Jake. That's the natural.
Anytime I stop and read the instructions,
Oh,
I thought,
push.
You know? I was often in danger of death, yet I was delivered because of these things. The spirit of those that fear the Lord shall live, for their hope is in him that saveth them.
That's it on that, bro. You know, you just want to but through experience make man wisdom. All right? Through experience man wisdom. And that's what the scriptures is about.
back here. This is Sirach, Ecclesiastes chapter 8, verse 14. Go not to law with the judge, for they will judge him according to his honor. All right. So that's pretty much straightforward. You know, you trying to go toe to toe with the apostle. And look at all the time, you know, and everything he's taught us is true. How you gonna go against that? All right. You're just the devil. That's all it is.
Truth.
Yep.
Of the scriptures, man. Now, not to cut you, man. You know, he didn't taught us the truth of the scriptures. He didn't just teach us. He taught us the truth of the scriptures. And that's all the difference. There's a lot of people out here teaching. But are they teaching the truth of the scriptures, man? Not barren for filthy lucre or to have a million-man following. All right? But the truth ain't going to have a lot of followers. All right, people is not going to like it. But that's what people left earlier and said the name of it, the truth is offensive to the wicked, man. The truth is offensive to the wicked, man. All right, so they ain't going to gravitate to it too much, man. They're too fast. So if you got a large following and everybody like you need to be checking yourself. All right, go ahead. Not saying that you know, people ain't going to be drawn to you because you're throwing, you know, people find us peculiar and they want to find out what's different about us. Why? Because they can't put us in no box like they can anybody else. Right? Or they be like, man, what's up with him? What's different about him? All right?
Don't do nothing.
You're right. Exactly.
Yeah. These two don't be doing shit. You know, we got out there. But you know what you stand up for? You don't fucking try to get over. You know, like people see that. Now people desire that type of friendship, but like thing is, you gotta be separate from a lot of people. You know, like that's the thing, man. Like in the kingdom, that's the beauty of the kingdom of heaven is we gonna be able to enjoy each other as a nation of people, right? You know, you can't do that now. You can't enjoy no nigga, man. The nigga will screw you over as soon as you get an opportunity.
Reset.
So he'll jeopardize the whole friendship to get over him. You know? Because a lot of these niggas ain't shit. They wonder why you don't fuck with them. You know? Just wonder why you don't fuck with them. Women wonder why. And these women having socials and ain't no men showing up.
Research.
Yeah. Well, hey, they ain't been trying to let step stare to the left. Stare to the right. They're not trying to build their spirits up. There ain't nobody dealing with that. Niggas ain't even dealing with each other like that. But they ain't dealing with no extra fucking problems either. Everybody got enough problems. At this point, if I ain't with a motherfucker that can help me, you know, like, I don't fucking need you. You're like you have a little fucking baby with your hands out. I want to eat. Hey, I used to want to take my son to certain stores, but I niggas think I'm going to have to. That's how these women are, grown women like that.
Yeah.
Go in there and get
Yeah, well, I'm going to the store, but I'll wait till your mama get home, nigga. You gonna sit right here. You know?
Matthew chapter 5, verse 11. Blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you.
That's GMS. Hey, baby, ready. Hey, none of them See, that's being a false accusation.
Yep.
But it's okay though, because we take it. We'll sit on this. Because the scripture says, read that over.
Blessed are ye when men shall revile
Be
you.
blessed, man.
Yep.
Be blessed because men revile us. Men, people hate us. The righteousness sake. They hate us because they hate the Lord, man. They hate Yahweh Shai. They hate the truth. You know? Everybody want to use this knowledge according to their own prosperity. You know? To lift up their own self. The last thing the Lord, Yahweh Shai, did in this earth was die on the cross. And what was the glory in that? Well, he hadn't even gotten this glory yet. These niggas want to ride horses. You're going to go to the king and get firebombed, nigga. Right. All right, good. The Lord told you to go to king, and the Lord will bring your ass out of there. Go down up. Right. They want your black jeans. Right.
We're trying to sit there and trying to be fake martyrs for the Lord. No, you ain't got to no fucking understand.
Boy, they told me to do it.
Right. The dirt on them, you go against the words of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Like Jake went back to something there. The apostle, you can't rise that devil on the apostle. You bring up the break doctrine. All right? And that's break. Break. You bring up the break doctrine. You bring up the break doctrine. All right? And you go against that, but that's the words of the Lord. That's not even against the apostle. You know? And that's why the scripture says you don't know who the prophet was, man. All right?
And just because you don't like it don't mean it ain't true.
That's right, bro.
That's all we saying, man. That's what happened in the ancient world. Are we doing that now? No. And we ain't finna keep explaining that shit.
That's right, bro.
All right, man. You don't gotta believe it, man. Whatever, man. I mean, let's
A
go
little bit
on.
more.
Yeah,
It says, and persecute you, it shall say, all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake. Like the elders warned us, so that's what these dudes are doing, man. Even when they gang against each other, the GMS thing has to come up some type of way, bro. All right, even if you bring out information about someone else, well, you know what? You want to come up against, you still want to come up against the apostles, man.
The scripture said he will hate you for my name's sake.
That's what it's really is.
Oh, no, smart.
It says, rejoice and be exceedingly glad, for great is your reward in heaven. For so persecuted they the prophets which were before you. Yea, you are the salt of the earth.
So that's why scripture said, look,
Oh, that's what it says.
And then what, like to say the world, if you ain't got
That's right,
you ain't
bro.
got no hatred, you ain't got nothing right. Because it's the world against GMS. This is what it is. Ain't no campaign, it ain't no, oh, this is GMS. None of that, but it's the truth.
Yeah, it's the word against the truth. That's what it is. It's the world that's against the truth. All right?
Hey, and then they got something called you can't handle the truth, right?
Yeah.
Everybody don't like the truth. Here it is in this world, everything is designed against the truth. You can take a picture, you can crop it, you can filter it,
Yep.
right? You can make something appear to be something that it's not.
Yep.
It's all about the image. So the people, the world itself, like that woman, you can't handle the truth. But that's the true statement. Like what is that? Second Ezra 6:28, 14:8. I think it's 6:28. It says, and the truth. Somebody got this little about the shot. Second Ezra 6:28.
Back it up.
Even now,
All right, perfect. Even down to the food, we want everything to look perfect on here.
And I'll tell you something about that. I don't buy no fruits, especially if I don't see no gnats in that bitch. That's just like a simple rule of thumb. You go to Myers, you go to Kroger, you go to different little spots, because that shit that they be spraying on it, you think that's water or this or paper, it's chemical. And nature ain't with chemicals. So the shit that would deteriorate is, nah, I ain't fucking with that. So you gotta have prudence when you shop. You don't want the gnats and the fruit flies to wear the shit out. So you gotta. That's why when you see the heathen shopping, they go even Northern Kingdom, they really be in that bitch examining, and you gotta really show some type of prudence. You got it? Second and 6.
And that's what it says with the well-traveled, it's full of prudence. Right? So with that wisdom knowledge that you absorb, now you put it in apply.
Second Ezra 6 and verse 27. For evil shall be put out, and the sea shall be quenched. As for faith,
what's the number for the sea? Lies. What quenches lies? The truth. But if everybody is brought up and sustained themselves on lies, right? Like it says in Isaiah, but we have made lies our refuge, right? Refuge is basically a fortress. So our people are fortified by lies. All right? The average American is fortified by lies. They look in the mirror, they see an image, then they doctor it up, make up a digital imaging. That's just like a small example, and that's carried out through everyday shit. See, you got something called a monkey suit, right? Which that's terminology for how Jake acted in front of Esau. Like I put a monkey suit on, Jake is talking different, stifling the spirit.
That's like that ass sheep.
Yeah. He says it's lies. Everything is just because he won the world. Even the heathen, you see the heathen come, you see it might be Edomites, right? Then it might be an Indian. And you look at him, how he dressed and shit. They got some sketches on, and some fucking Izod shirt, trying to fit in or some shit. Everybody, they're deceiving their own selves.
it says,
Get the fuck out of here!
Hey, Jack, you can Hey, that was like you got the, you know what I'm saying?
Witness the power of the Lord. Yeah, Hindu just rolled past with Izod shirt on.
Man.
Second Ezra 6 and verse 28.
Everybody. I am ready. Where did it come from? I didn't call you. Didn't tell him I just call you. What's your name? John? Think your name on the sale, John. Gupta. Go ahead, bro.
It says, as for faith, it shall flourish, corruption shall be overcome, and the truth, which has been so long without fruit.
So see, the truth has been so long without truth. So that's why when you actually speak the truth, you're in the minority. People can't handle the truth. They don't want to hear the truth. The truth defies what they put their trust in, what they're comfortable with believing. Everybody hates change. You've been working at a job for 5 years, you get a new management, you know the job fucked up, but you've been winning off of it being fucked up, kicking back. But now the new management come in, hey, no, this shit fucked up, we're gonna tighten up over here, we're gonna tighten up, and you don't like it because it's changed. But it's the truth though. Look, the company ain't been fucking running right. You've been fucking taking kickbacks off of not being running right. Now somebody about to run it right, you can't handle the truth.
It says,
Just read that last part one more time.
it says, and the truth, which has been so long without fruit, shall be declared.
Right, shall we?
Declared, man. You see the truth, man. How it's teaching 100% truth, man. I know my boss is up here, right? What's the one of that? We have the 100% truth. That's what we do. Alright? And here it is.
Precept.
See, y'all are at Galatians 4:16 where it says what? Have I come to your enemy? God tell me the truth. We're enemies to these people because we're literally just telling the truth. Alright? Whether you hear or forbear, that's what the scripture told us to do, right?
That's right.
See, but y'all forget about how the Lord wants us to conduct. you come with that soft and buttery boiled down spirit, you know, that's little words and doing all that, and see, if you see all these people, they go away from the elect. All right, you don't hear them talk about the elect. You talk about the community.
Yeah.
All right, the Israelites at home. Man, no, it's about the elect.
You know why those? They don't go towards the left because of those attributes that the scripture talks about. All right, they don't want to uphold that. Like the other was going to earlier, man. People want to do what feel good. That feel good spirit, man. You know, they know they can't hold them to those attributes, man. They're not brotherly. They don't have love. They don't have compassion for one another. All right.
Yeah, they don't even understand the truth. They want to just keep the law, statutes, and commandments, and then and telling their brother when they're going off. That's the law.
I appreciate it. This is Philippians chapter 4 and verse 8. It says, finally, brothers and sisters, whatever is true, whatever is honorable, whatever is just, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is commendable, if there be any virtue, if there anything worthy of praise, dwell in these things. All right? So we're supposed to be, hey, on the up and up, man. Like the brother Kite was going to, man. We got to live in our truth. All right? And make your brother live in his truth.
And make it do money.
I mean, tell your brother his truth.
That's what I want to do.
That's right, bro.
All right? 100%. Like, well, still reading.
Well, yeah. Verse 9. What you have learned and received and heard and seen in me, put these things into practice, and the power of God will be with you. All right. So those things we learned, we got to put into practice. You know, you gotta practice what you teach, man. All right. Like the elders going to, everything should be different. All right. You can't just read these words. What scripture say? You're deceiving of your own self, man. All right. If you're not living it, you're not deceiving the brothers. You're not deceiving you're deceiving yourself.
They're here on the
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to get right now. James. What is our first chapter?
Go ahead.
All right, I got it. James 1 and verse. James 1 and verse. James 1 and 22. But be ye doers of the word, and not hearers only, deceiving your own selves.
Right, because at the end of the day, somebody get a Proverbs 8:36.
I got you. Proverbs
Or you start like a verse, you know what
8:36. Okay, start at
because you
35.
deceive your own self, right? And ultimately, go ahead.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 8, verse 35, and it reads, For whoso findeth me findeth life, and shall obtain favor of Yahweh B'Shem
Once
Yahushua.
again, another reward. So for seeking the out by Shema Shai, doing the will of the Lord, right? All right, you're gonna take favor with him. All right, you're gonna seek the blessings, right? Like Matthew 6 chapter says, when seek ye the kingdom of heaven first, and all these things shall be added unto you. All right, so he already told us, like, hey, look, you see, hey, we'll give it you, but your heart desires of righteousness, right? Go ahead. Hopefully salvation, you know.
Verse 36, But he that sinneth against me wrongeth his own soul. All they that hate me love death.
Right, so if you don't want to be a doer of the word, man, all right, hey, you're wrong for your own self. All right, showing that way. Oh, you hate now by some much time, you know, you put the devil in there. All right, but at the end of the day, you give it to your own lust, man. The more they give you, make you evil shit, man. Give them in. You want that. That is your pleasure, being wicked. It's your desire. It's your desire. Fight against your flesh, man. Give it in. Do something.
I got it. Go ahead.
Yeah, because look, the woman, the woman, and that woman only know you. She works better when y'all compatible. When y'all not compatible, that really fucks over. When the woman and Israel is like unto a company and delicate woman. So when we leave the Most High, when we go off into other things, that just makes us worse off and worse off and worse off. So when you forsake the Lord, you're not forsaking him, you forsake yourself.
Yeah.
Because you already bonded to him. Just like in the scriptures, 2nd Ezra, the first chapter, it says, you have not forsaken me, but you forsaken your own sin. See, we under a blood contract in the house. Like he put something in our brain. It's something, which he saw studies, there's something within so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. There's a mechanism in our brain to serve something. That's why all our people is always in service. They'll go hard. Take the hard part. Being the Muslim, being the goddamn terror. You got a lot of these women doing terror shit. They won't even be with a man because they say it gives them more power within them. So there's some shit in us that's designed to like really submit to something. And that's to get out by Shinyan Shah. So when you disregard that, you harming and killing yourself.
Like you said, like Esau, he could have given you services, you know, he came out of you. He makes you what? Idolize your own flesh.
It's like a sheep and a goat.
Yeah.
See, goats are fucking heads. Goats do what they want to do. Goats is like very heads. But sheep, sheep are designed for a shepherd.
Yeah.
Like totally designed for a shepherd.
Right. Like a goat, you get around, bend over, go to the head, like, you know.
And you feed the motherfucker.
Hey, they got like when we was overseas in the Middle East, and we used to be up in the high guard towers, and you look down at people that was hurting the sheep. The sheep were constantly looking at the person who was hurting them. If that person would stop, the sheep would stop on their own. You know, unless the sheep fell off the path and got on the Lord, you know, and was cut off from the rest of it, you know, but when that person sat down, the sheep would stay there. When that person got up, the sheep would start all fucking on that person, you know? The only ones you really have to hook the wheel back in was the young. And there were people at the back of that to do that. You know, but the adult sheep followed the shepherd. You know? And it was like automatic, man. It'd be 2 people with 100 sheep. You know? And like you can be everywhere 100 sheep, that's a lot. You can be all throughout the herd and control every sheep. But they're easily controlled because they know that that's their shepherd.
Romans chapter 1 and verse 28, just to land back a point you made on earlier. It says, Romans chapter 1 and verse 28, and even as they did not like to retain Yahweh B'Shem Shai in their knowledge, Yahweh B'Shem Shai gave them over to a reprobate mind to do those things which are not convenient.
Yeah, and you left your own devices and destroy yourself with some bullshit that you decide to do. That's the mind of life. What's going to destroy them is the points in their own way. The things you do that you destroy. You know? Whether it be ignorant and you don't understand or not, man. It's your job to understand. Hey, if it's given to you or not. You know? A lot of people choose purposely to hell from. It's got hell lives anyway. 2 turds. 2 turds. Go ahead, bro.
Just concerning the sheep. Matthew 10 and verse. I can go right there though. Matthew 10. Matthew 10 and verse 6. But go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel, and as ye go, preach, saying, the kingdom of heaven is at hand. So yeah, hey, you know, Yahweh B'Shem Shai, you know, the nation of Israel, we're like to sheep, all right, and how Elder Dimash was explaining sheep. Hey, so a terrible shepherd, he will do opposite of what Yahweh is telling us to do. Having debates, all right, talking shit about the apostles.
Tearing down the church, burning down
You think Yahweh is dealing with that? When this is a strict commandment right here? I'm going to read it again, Matthew 10 and 6. But go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel, and as he go, preach, saying, the kingdom of heaven is at hand. So yeah, man, this is what we're supposed to be preaching. Hey, let our people know that, hey, the kingdom of heaven, it's about to be here. Yahweh Shai is about to make his return. All right, and if you're not right with Yahweh Shai, you're going to be destroyed. But you got niggas, in Israel that's not building up the sheep. That's scattering them farther away from Yahweh Shai. It says in that verse 8, heal the sick, cleanse the lepers, raise the dead, cast out devils, freely ye have received, freely give. So yeah, man. So yeah, hey, not making this truth a merchandise, Because hey, niggas selling, precept books. All right, hey, you're not supposed to be doing shit like that.
All right, $200. Off the back of niggas, and then niggas still talking about we still love you. You want some more money? Right. So we deeper wearing that here. Yeah, a half shirt.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 23, verse 1, and it reads, woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture, saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Verse 2, thus saith Yahweh, power of Israel, against the pastors that feed my people. Ye have scattered my flock, and have driven them away, and have not visited them. Behold, I will visit upon you the evil of your doings, saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. All right? So, you told them the wrong stuff. You know it was wrong. You didn't go back and correct it. That's blood on your head. All right? And he said that second word, visit, he said, I'm going to visit upon you. That means to punish. Lord said he's coming to see you, and that's not good.
That's right.
The scriptures say it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power. All right?
Yeah, because they having debates while, World War III is about to break out. All right, Iran is constantly threatening America. They say, if you don't stop this shit, we're going to destroy your bases over here.
Yep.
So while all this is going on, they talking about, we're going to basically debates and shit. Things that's not going to help the sheep within the times to come.
They're still worried and trying to debate against whether a turkey vulture is related to a turkey. It's like, all right, so with that, we pray us edifying to the elect. We'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Kakodash.
Cover us, the apostles, the elders, the great first son, well, Kwame Yashara.
Kwame Yashara.
Baba.
Baba.